Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Hello and welcome to Incredible Journeys, Brands and Leaders. I'm Ritu Bhandari. This is our special series that puts the spotlight on some of India's most popular brands and brings you face to face with the leaders who are building them. Well, this past year, we've all heard a lot about personal protective equipment or PPE kits because of the nature of the pandemic that we are in. So today, our first story is focusing on a company. It's a 37-year-old company from Kolkata that has made a formidable name for itself as far as the PPE segment is concerned. It has been exporting PPE kits to many countries around the world, exemplifying the spirit of Made in India. Take a look at the journey of Malcolm. Founded in 1983, Malcolm India began its journey with the manufacturing of leather gloves and since then has come a long way. Today, it is established as a leading personal protective equipment brand that's transforming businesses by enhancing worker safety and productivity. An ISO certified and government registered star trading house, Malcolm offers a diverse product portfolio that covers a wide array of head-to-toe protection products such as helmets, face masks, leather gloves and more. A one-stop solution for all PPE needs, the brand has a strong market presence in more than 50 countries across 6 continents. And now to take us through Malcolm's incredible journey, I'm joined by the company's Managing Director, Mr. Ajay Mal. Mr. Mal, thank you so much for joining us here today. Well, 40 years of existence. So let me begin by asking you, how has the landscape of the PPE industry changed in India and how is Malcolm managing to stay relevant and with the times?
I would say that industrial PPE has been quite a new subject for India because the industry in India were not so much, let's say, prominent. We were basically agrarian economy, and ever since we've been changing to the industrialization and then things have been changing, the need of personal protective equipment has been since been growing. So right from beginning, I mean, when we started, it was primarily on, let's say, traditional industries which were needing the PPEs, which are primarily, let's say, cement or construction or automobile. But now with the time evolving over the period, there are new industries also coming up, like, you know, clean room garments are also being made, and those are also part of the PPE offerings. So that way, you know, a lot of things have been evolving and we are quite into the subject, and we are ever since the industry demands are growing on those kind of products, we are also evolving and making ourselves convenient to offer to the clients on those product range as well.
You know, you rightly mentioned that personal protective equipment is required for many purposes. So tell us, what are the critical sectors that Malcolm is serving at this point in time, and what really is the big India opportunity for you?
We were net importers right in the beginning of the COVID, start of the COVID, and after that I would say we are now the second largest PPE manufacturers in the world. And that is a big opportunity for India. And of course, the Indian industry has adopted it very nicely, I would say. A lot of norms which were not there in place at the start of this COVID, but after that government has realized norms have been put in place. Similarly, industry has also come up with the, all the standardization of the product, and product has been quite adhering to the international norms also.
COVID-19 has also impacted businesses adversely, of course, especially during those first few months of successive lockdowns when you had labor migrating back home, manufacturing facilities were shut. I'm sure all of you had a tough time. So give us a sense of, you know, how you managed those first few months. How did you manage demand and supply? And today, what is the situation looking like? What is the road to recovery looking like?
We were, following all the protocols. We allowed the workers to remain, confined to their places wherever they were. Although we don't have the migrant laborers with us, but all the laborers, almost let's say 99% of our laborers are local, which are in the vicinity of 5-10 kilometers, and they stayed back their home, and even the offices were closed. We adopted to the new idea of working from home to the extent possible, but manufacturing, as you would know, that would not have been possible by working at home. So finally, when we started opening up, we took all the protocol to open up in a slow manner with 10, 20, 30% kind of efficiency, and then later on we went up to even 100% now. So that was a tough period, and I would say that has made a lot of processes a little bit tweaked with, production processes also were a little bit tweaked, because we wanted to maintain all those, norms of the COVID, like social distancing and sanitizing after every usage or touch, and because it's a manual process, and finally people have to interact with each other. So those kind of protocols were kept in mind while defining the new processes, and finally we could do it.
What COVID-19 has also done is that it has accelerated digital transformation of many enterprises around the world. So give us a sense of what digital transformation is looking like at Malcolm. Are you adopting digital technologies in a big way? And really, how crucial was this to your business continuity planning in the first couple of months?
So today, for example, during this lockdown period, we would innovate a lot of these products for COVID fighting that we could do. And then also digitalization has been on a absolutely epitome with our company, because last 12 years we have already been successfully planning to implement the ERP, which we have done on Oracle structure, which is going on very good. Apart from that, we have integrated the eCRM with our ERP, which is also making all our salespeople, wherever they are, to work offline and online wherever they are, and we are able to capture the data. E-commerce platform has already been started with most of the major sites in India as well as abroad, and we are catering to the needs through e-commerce also. So it is B2B or B2C, although we are basically a B2B company, but B2C has also started in a very successful manner.
Malcolm India has 12 state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities spread across the country. These integrated cutting-edge manufacturing facilities are used to module, assemble, customize and package the different head, body, hand and feet protection products. Each of these facilities has in-house labs that perform product safety testing and ensure compliance with international quality standards right through the production cycle.
We have got highly sophisticated spreader as well as cutting unit. That means you lay the number of layers of the fabric onto the table, and it gets automatically cut by AutoCAD machines. You just put the designs and they are cut. Similarly, the stitching, and moreover, particularly for the PP coveralls, where you see the blue tips being put on the coveralls, they are automatically sealed with seam sealing, and that is done with heat technology with a pressure, and that has to meet the certain requirement as well. So these steps of making the product more scientifically tested, so these kind of automations has been brought into Malcolm's forte. And this is not only for the PP coveralls or the PP face mask, but it is also for traditional and conventional safety items like safety shoes.
Mr. Mal, the government's Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme aims to make India a global manufacturing hub for the world. You, of course, have been manufacturing in India for the world for the last 4 decades. So give us a sense of how you are planning to expand your business globally in the near future.
We are primarily an export company, and 2/3 of our turnover is only for exports. It's only 1/3 which we are selling in India, but that Indian market is also growing, and our products demand overseas also are growing quite a bit. So the total global PPE market is something like close to $60 billion, and out of which India is making something like, let's say, around 10,000 crores only, which is a very small peanut, I would say. Looking at these numbers, it is very much imperative that we will try to catch more and more market share, as well as a lot of other players would also come in and who would also be able to make take this forward and make the economy a successful economy to reach this target of $5 trillion very soon.
And finally, what is the big transformation in the Indian PPE industry that you foresee in the next 7 to 10 years, and what is your long-term vision for Malcolm?
Well, the PP industry for India has got a real bright future, I would say. You have to understand that these all manufacturing units of global scale would be moving into India with this new theory of Government of India that we have to bring in a lot of foreign investments, as well as the economy to be poised to bring it to $5 trillion in next 5 years. This is going to bring a lot of industries in India, and eventually these industries will propel the need of personal protective equipment and at industry level, right? And that is where the whole economy will get a boost. So far as PP is concerned, the industry for PP will definitely poised to grow very fast. And for Malcolm, I think we are quite geared up to encash this opportunity. We are in a situation where we are already one of the forerunners in the trade, and with our philosophy of quality and all kind of norms related products to be produced only. We are in an organized sector and organized player of this trade, and with this new law of OHS which has recently been enacted, I think the demand for quality and with the standard norms will be much more in demand, and I think we will be gaining a lot of mileage out of this.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, Mr.
Same
Mal.
here.
Good luck for the future, and thank you very much for joining us here today. On that note, let's head into a short break right now, but on the other side, we'll explore the inspiring journey of an organization that's empowering farmers with knowledge and technologies for sustainable agriculture. Stay with us on Incredible Journeys, Brands and Leaders.